Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Captain Quasar, and this is another this week's awesome trash where we talk about all types of different things that I found from the previous week. Um this week we just have a few articles that I found, a couple interesting topics, some things that confused me a little bit, but we'll get into it all. So I got a little bit of background music for when I'm too dead air, but yeah. So the first thing I have actually is the most confusing of them all. I think I didn't hear about this until this week, so I think that's probably why I'm so confused. But sorry, I'm like getting shit all set up. But here we go. So the first one is KFC's fried chicken toothpaste is real, and we have questions. My first instinct when I saw this was, okay, published on April 1st. This was an April Fool's Day. So I searched around a little bit more and then found this, which is from the 14th. KFC launches toothpaste with fried chicken flavor, sold out in 48 minutes. Or 48 hours. Same thing. Sorry, I was looking on my other screen because I actually also found the listing of it. And it is sold out. But it appears there's some other flavors too. It's this company dropped the KFC flavor. I guess maybe that was their April Fool's joke, is like we're dropping a new flavor and it was KFC. But here, let's actually see what it says. The fast food giant teamed up with His Smile to turn its signature 11 herbs and spices into an oral care essential. Just the idea of chicken paste in my mouth. Pause and gross. But Colonel Sanders has some explaining to do. KFC is introducing a fried chicken flavored toothpaste, and it apparently features flavors inspired by all of KFC's 11 herbs and spices. The Texas-based chain announced the stunt this morning, calling it a full-on flavor takeover of your oral routine. And like, I don't even care that, like, yeah, it's toothpaste, it just has flavor. It's faux chicken paste, then, is what I'm gonna call it, because it's what it's gonna taste like. Also, does it just make your breath smell like you just ate like a bucket of chicken? Because I don't know if that's really like the right remedy to, oral care. But to bring this wacky dream to life, KFC is partnering with the trendy toothpaste brand His Smile, which has also created branded products featuring icons from The Simpsons to Miffy. Okay, so they've worked with just like little sponsored toothpaste, but this is, I don't know what Miffy is, but it sounds like this is the first like flavored, different specialty one. I don't want savory toothpaste. That just sounds disgusting. Like biting into a hot, juicy piece of KFC original recipe chicken, this toothpaste is irresistible, coating your teeth in flavor while leaving your mouth feeling fresh and clean, the press release explained. KFC's fluoride-free toothpaste, which hits His Smile's website today, is set to be available while supplies last. And despite the flavor, inspired by KFC's crispy fried tender and wings, the company claims its formula still does a thorough job of cleaning teeth. There's no word on how many dentists out of 10 would recommend this. I imagine it's probably 0. Does it come with the toothbrush? Because that's kind of cool. If it comes with the it says comes with the electric tooth. That's kind of cool, at least. Okay, we'll bite. Oh, food. It's now listed on His Smile's website for $13 per tube, and it comes with let me zoom in a little. There we go. And comes with a matching electric toothbrush for $59. Oh, so it's separate. I wonder if they have much more toothpaste than they have of the toothbrushes. Just a bunch of people are going to be buying just toothpaste because they're like, well, I got to get something. What's the hype? I mean, it's for both products. I can resell this for at least $50. In case you recently checked your calendar, KFC assured us that this isn't a well-timed joke. This started as an April Fool's joke, but we thought, why not make it real? His Smile marketing manager, Coben Jones, said in a statement, "We love pushing boundaries, and what better way to do that than bringing KFC's legendary flavors into an everyday essential. This collab is bold, unexpected, and seriously fun." In the past year, numerous food and beverage brands have made their respective forays into the beauty industry. Exhibit A. Last year, Crumble Cookie partnered with Dove on a sugary sweet line of pastry-scented body wash. Okay, pastry-scented body wash is not the same as chicken-flavored toothpaste. I think we can agree on that, at the very least. Miller High Life also offered a fragrant take on a dive bar ambience. While Auntie Anne's, by the way, what does this even mean? Miller High Life offered its fragrant take on a dive bar, and maybe they dropped a cologne or something? I don't know, that was a weird way to word that. Auntie Anne's bottled its signature wafts of warm pretzels into a limited edition scent, so they're doing fragrances, it sounds like. Again, it does not reach the level of being like chicken flavored toothpaste. Give it to a little kid though, they'll probably love it. Despite the immense popularity of these brands' ventures into the beauty sphere, we can't say that savory toothpaste has gained any traction. Perhaps KFC will set a trend here, but ultimately only time will tell. This launch has left us with more questions than answers, but if you can share any insight, feel free to hit our line. Amazing. So again, this was from the 14th, so this was a little bit after. KFC launches toothpaste with fried chicken flavor, sold out in 48 hours, priced at $13, and available exclusively on His Smile's website. KFC's fried chicken flavored toothpaste sold out within 48 hours of launch. Well, how many like units did they really have? Because honestly, I didn't even hear about them. And I might have put some money down just to say that I have it, and then never use it, forget about it, find it later, get grossed out because it's all like hard, and then throw it away, or try and sell it to some idiot. But maybe next time. So fast food giant KFC has teamed up with Australian dental care brand His Smile to launch an eyebrow raising product. A limited edition. Okay, I really just want to hear about how it sold out so quickly. So priced at $13 and available exclusively on His Smile's website, the toothpaste sold out within 48 hours of launch just days ago. This has been one of our most successful limited run collaborations to date, Coben Jones, marketing manager at His Smile, told Fox News Digital. KFC flavored toothpaste is surprising and talkable, which drove social conversation and a quick 48-hour sellout. I mean, yeah, but don't act like this is something like, hey man, we're gonna keep it going. We're trying to hit up McDonald's next. Papa John's, you trying to do garlic butter toothpaste? Garlic butter mouthwash? Why not? Jones out. Oh my God. Jones added. Gotta zoom in on this one too. Jones added, "We love pushing boundaries, and what better way to do that than by making KFC's iconic flavors a daily necessity. This collaboration is bold, unexpected, and seriously fun." I think I already read that part. Yeah. I mean, that's basically all we needed to see. It sold out really quickly. We saw the listing. We're never going to see it again. Truly sad. Next up, we have... Okay, I'll talk about this just because I think it'll be kind of quick. I don't have much to say about it. But... Sorry, I feel like... hair on my mouth. And then I wiped my lips and it felt even weirder. Mysterious tower spotted at Area 51 could be alien technology, conspiracy theorists claim. I mean, don't they think all of Area 51 is alien technology at this point? If you're a conspiracy theorist, just say the whole thing is alien technology. And then you basically covered your bases. Online conspiracy theories are out of this world. A mysterious triangular tower has been discovered at the secretive Area 51. Zoom in again. And social media users are insisting that the structure is alien technology. Curious minds found that they could see the tower in the Nevada desert, describing as standing at between 150 and 190 feet tall, at coordinates, and these are the coordinates. I did look it up to see. They aren't lying. Here it is. What could it be? They put it over here because it's alien technology. It's the only answer. It does look weird, but I mean, I don't know anything about government testing. I don't know anything about like aeronautics testing. Is that what you'd call it? Because I know they do like stealth planes and stuff. That's what SEAL Team 6 used or whatever. I forget what the whole thing was, right? When they went to go get Osama bin Laden, didn't they have to go to Area 51 to get like some stealth helicopters or some shit? But yeah, so here it is. And curious minds, you know, they tend to wander. Located about 80 miles northwest of Las Vegas, the structure at the highly classified United States Air Force Base has reportedly been in place for 2 decades and has, of course, sparked conspiracy theories. The Air Force Base has long been associated with reports of unidentified flying objects, and the discovery has people suggesting there is alien life at the site. Why would this make them think that there's alien life? This is where they keep them. You have to keep them in a triangular structure. It must be built like the the Washington Memorial? The Lincoln Memorial? The one that's the tall one? If it isn't shaped like that, then they'll get out. If that's true, then that means there's aliens in the one in Washington. Quick, storm that and let's knock it over and see what's inside. But I mean, yeah, so some on social media have compared the structure to a skyscraper, an exhaust vent, and a Dyson air purifier. And some have jokingly referred to it as a Toblerone Trade Center or a new version of Jenga. Area 51 is just a distraction for the first 50 areas, another quipped. Okay, good stuff. It has also been pointed out that it has an uncanny resemblance to the monolith in Stanley Kubrick's 1968 sci-fi film, 2001: A Space Odyssey. Does it? Wasn't that thing just like a rectangle? I'm gonna look that up now. Yeah, what are you talking about? Conspiracy theories, like, conspiracy theorists just don't make any sense. They just say shit. Looks nothing like that. Don't lie to my face. What the structure actually may be is likely to remain a mystery, but some less conspiracy-oriented Area 51 fans had some more down-to-earth ideas about its origin. Right next to a runway? Probably a flight control tower, someone said. I did think, okay, maybe, but also, I don't know. Maybe. But also maybe not. It seems like it's a very odd shape, and maybe I have no clue what it could be. But for it to be a flight control tower, I'm gonna say that's probably not that likely. Maybe a phased radar setup, another chimed in. I don't know what this is, so I looked up. I found phased radar array. And still, no. These ones have different, like, setups, so maybe this is like a type of phased radar array. But these look like pipes that go into the side, like some kind of like ventilation or something. I don't know. I'm not gonna create a conspiracy now. Yeah, that's why I looked up multi-phased radar array by the look it. Likely for smaller drone-sized craft. Hence the configuration. It's right by the runway. It is still a base used to test prosaic yet classified craft, one wrote. This person, they just didn't they didn't fix a single like grammatical error in this. They were just like, hey, just throw it in. That way they know that this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Multi-phase radar array by the look it, likely for smaller drone-sized craft, hence the configuration. It's right by the runway. It is still a base used to test prosaic yet classified craft. And I guess that's it. A real deep insight. New York Post really gets all the details. Mysterious triangular tower has been discovered at Area 51. What else is there at Area 51? Looks like a baseball field. Little oddly shaped. It's because the aliens were teaching them a game from their home planet. Oh my god. Honestly, forget about this thing. What's this? Why is this building like all off to the side and it looks all... The area around it just looks all torn up because of the way that they've been driving around. Just in comparison to everything else, it sticks out like a sore thumb. Like even from a distance. This is where they keep the aliens. I'm about to get a knock on my door. Let's move on. Oh, this one kind of made me laugh when I saw it. I didn't know what to think, really. So, this was... White House says it has a tech that can manipulate space and time. And I have a clip of it, so we'll watch it, but a comment by a White House science advisor, Michael Kratsios, has gone viral after a speech in which he claimed US technology can manipulate time and space, prompting online speculation. Here's why it matters. Truly. The viral interpretation of Kratsios' comments reflects the growing impact of social media in framing public understanding of government messaging. While the White House has not issued a formal clarification, the speech's wording suggests the phrase was metaphorical, intended to refer to the transformative nature of modern innovation, not literal manipulation of space-time. or the invention of time travel. Okay, Newsweek. Don't posit your own conclusions. Why don't you let me figure this out? What to know? Kratsios, director of the White House Office of Science and Technology Policy, made the remark during a policy address at the Endless Frontiers Retreat in Austin on April 14th. Our technologies permit us to manipulate time and space. They leave distance annihilated, cause things to grow and improve productivity. This was meant metaphorically? Our technologies permit us to manipulate time and space. This wasn't what I pulled. Our technologies permit us to manipulate time and space. They leave distance annihilated, cause things to grow and improve productivity. This last part does seem metaphorical, but this part, come on, man. Where was it? Yeah, this was what I pulled.
So shaped by politics as well as technology, we must take action in both of these domains. We need all Americans to continue to rise to the occasion and to make full use of their talents and to build. All of us must labor to preserve the inheritance of the American century, to share with posterity, and to ensure that the technologies that give shape to our world help the American people secure the blessings of liberty we received from our forebears. I bear that responsibility as a President's Science Advisor. You bear it too, in exercising whatever powers and responsibilities you have, whether in business, education, or the laboratory as Americans. It is the choices of individuals that will make the new golden age possible. The choice of individuals to master the sclerosis of the state, and the choice of individuals to craft new technologies and give themselves to scientific discoveries that will bend space and time, make more with less, and drive us further into the endless frontier. Thank you.
I think he does definitely mean it metaphorically, but the fact that he keeps saying it just sounds so weird. Like, just stop using that as like your point of like, we can bend space and time through the technologies that we develop. Through our own ingenuity, can we alone manipulate the fabric of our universe? But so that was the part I pulled. But I guess he just loves that saying. We can manipulate time and space. While the statement was likely intended as aspirational language about technological progress, it has since circulated widely online, with some interpreting the comment literally. In the speech, Kratsios emphasized the importance of American leadership in emerging technologies and criticized regulatory burdens that, in his view, had slowed progress. We have weighed down our builders and innovators, he said, but we are capable of so much more. Kratsios' remarks. Turn this. There we go. Kratsios' remarks were made just weeks after his confirmation as the administration's chief science official, so he just keeps throwing around space and time manipulation. I'm just so confused as to why he does keep saying that, because like he's the administration's chief science official. Does he maybe think it sounds smart? Because I was expecting him to maybe be like the head of something else, maybe. Like when it was talking about, I guess when I read this, I was focusing more on the technology part. Because I was like, okay, whatever. He's just like, but yeah, maybe our chief science official shouldn't be talking about space-time so loosely, so liberally. Speaking in Texas, He described the Trump administration's technology agenda as one focused on reducing bureaucratic constraints, boosting research and development, and enabling American companies to lead globally. I feel like this needs to be, expanded on, but okay. The quote about manipulating time and space appeared alongside references to artificial intelligence, aerospace, and productivity tools. In context, Kratsios invoked the choice of individuals to craft new technologies and give themselves to scientific discoveries that will bend time and space and make more with less. I like that if you just really emphasize this, people still just go, no, you can't just say that. No, you don't get it. It's the choice of individuals to craft new technologies and give themselves the scientific discoveries that will bend time and space. Okay, so here's what people are saying. The phrase became a flashpoint online after the White House posted the transcript. One commenter asked, "Sir, what did you mean by technologies that allow us to manipulate time and space and limitless energy? Do you have some kind of DeLorean that you've kitted out with I don't know, some kind of flux capacitor that will allow you to travel through time as long as you hit a mileage of 88 miles an hour?" Please, sir, feel free to answer. Please elaborate on manipulating time and space. What the fuck? Read another post, which highlighted the line in Kratsios' speech alluding to manipulating time and space, which had more than 3.9 million views at the time of writing. What happens next? Newsweek's contacted Kratsios for further comment via email on Thursday. With the U.S. preparing for the 250th anniversary of let me just restart that whole sentence. With the U.S. preparing for its 250th anniversary in 2026, Kratsios' speech is one of several recent efforts by the Trump administration to spotlight a so-called golden age of American innovation. Well, I need to rate this article. I just read that right now. Is that all he had to say? I'm kind of confused. Is that his response? I am wondering, because is this his response? Because this doesn't have quotes. This has quotes, but it's also not cited to be said by him. They just said that they did contact him for further comment through email. Well, Kratsios, you can squeak by this time, I guess. But don't let it happen again. Don't you talk about the wizards that we have in the White House that can do space-time manipulation. Don't talk about the black holes that we have created in the underneath Kansas that will actually allow us to go to Mars. Ah, what's good? How you doing? I've been doing good, you know. My channel's been picking up a little bit. We're doing what we do. But you know, it's a slow day today. We're kind of just chilling, talking about some stuff. I need to get this more organized for the next time I do it, because right now I do just have a couple articles for today. But I created a schedule for myself, so I'm hoping that that'll kind of help me out in the next few weeks. But now we're going to move on to the actual meat and potatoes. We have a story about Zac Efron's brother. Zac Efron's brother, Dylan Efron. Dylan Efron saves 2 women from drowning in Miami. Like his brother, Zac Efron, Dylan Efron could be the next star of Baywatch. After all, the Traitors winner detailed saving 2 women from drowning during a trip to South Beach on April 5th as he was taking a walk to the shore. It was really random, Dylan explained on the April 17th episode of Brooke and Connor Make a Podcast. Oh, is that the clip I pulled? I did pull a clip for this, so that must be what I have. So I'll skip that. We'll watch that in a second. I guess we'll just watch his clip of him talking about it. It isn't very long. I was expecting the article to maybe be a little more in depth. Interesting.
You just saved 2 young women.
That's what happens
from
sometimes.
Drowning? No, Miami drowning.
Yeah, it was really.
This is what happens sometimes too. You save a woman from drowning.
You just saved 2 young women from drowning. No, Miami drowning.
Yeah, it was really random.
What?
It's my first time ever in South Beach, actually, like on the beach. And there's like just people screaming in the water. So I just saw like 5 girls, like their hands are up, screaming. There's people on the shore with their hands up. There's no lifeguards around. But me and Brennan just look at each other and we just sprinted out there. So I swam one in, swam back for another girl. Like the last girl I swam in, I was just trying to calm her down. She's just wrapped me in the biggest hug. Like, so we hugged for like a full minute. And then.
Did she recognize him? She's like, I can tell he's an Efron. He was just hugging this lady on the beach. She might need medical attention, man. Pick her up. Take her somewhere. Maybe not. She needs to get the water out of her lungs.
So I swam one in, swam back for another girl. Like the last girl I swam in, I was just trying to calm her down. She's just wrapped me in the biggest hug. Like, so we hugged for like a full minute. And then I just walked away. Like she never said a word
Well,
to me.
luckily.
He just walked off. Hey man, that's how it's done. That's called being a good guy. Okay, so here we go. Although he simply walked away after the rescue, fans captured the tense moment, which was reported by gossip blog Des Moines. But while Dylan understands the weight of the rescue, he doesn't see himself as a hero. As he puts it, I feel like I did what most people would have done in that situation. Thankfully, Dylan has a lot of experience swimming in college. As he emphasized how strong the rip currents were that day, he explained, from where we jumped in, we ended up like a football field length away. And this is not the first time Dylan has proved himself capable in the water. The reality star, who was always a fast runner, previously revealed he's competed in several triathlons after teaching himself how to swim using YouTube videos. Look at this guy. What a legend. I stuck with it all the way through, probably. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I was confused why they interjected the age here, because they were saying that this means he's 20. Yeah, the age is 28. We could have inferred, but okay. I'm sorry, this just kind of threw me off, because I feel like you could add this type of like thing for almost every word. I stuck with it. He decided to stay with the program that he was doing and not quit. I stuck with it all the way through, probably 28, and I was ranked in the top 1% of my age group for Ironmans, he told GQ in February, so I got good at swimming. Since then, being in the water has been a crucial way to recharge for Dylan. I'm big into fitness, he explained to Hollywood Reporter in March. Since I was a kid, I was playing sports. That was my passion. I very much tie my mental health to my fitness. I cleared my schedule this morning so I could go swim. I needed that, he said. I needed the sun and that time outside to just be in my head and swim some laps. Wow. Truly like a modern specimen. I'm just fucking around. If you can really get out and just have a good time, just chill out, clear your head, that's good for you. I get paranoid. I start thinking people are watching me. I get concerned. I have to run away. And while he likes to swim solo, he also takes on some waves with Zac. Read on for a closer look at the brothers' family moments on the water. Do they pull up the picture that I want to see? I don't need to see all of their kids and stuff. Oh, look at them. How cute. It's them all hanging out. When I was looking up the different, like, all the stuff about this incident, I looked up Dylan Efron beach, and I was trying to see if there was any, like, videos or any, like, other posts, and this image kept coming up. This image just kept coming up over and over again. I mean, it's a great image. Truly remarkable stuff. What? Get it up there. Working it. But yeah, that's Dylan Efron at the beach. What do you think of that, huh? What do you think of that? But now we move on. We're flying through these. This isn't going to be a very long stream. I might cap it at an hour. See where we're at. Crazy. But what we have now is man on Carnivore. Let me pull it over. You can stop looking at this. I know. So sad. But man on Carnivore diet has cholesterol of 1,000. Sees shocking symptoms on his hands. If you saw the thumbnail here, I'll pull up the image just so we can keep it fresh in our minds. Cholesterol hands. Oh my god. How does this... We're about to find out, but like, how does this happen? Oh, don't touch me. Ugh. Ugh. Stop. Actually, so gross. I don't mean to be rude, but like, dog. There had to have been like earlier signs. It literally looks like you rubbed like spray cheese into your hands. Oh my god, my stomach actually hurts a little bit from looking at that, but okay. The man was eating only animal products, including meat, pounds of cheese, and sticks of butter. The only warning sign of his extreme cholesterol showed up on his hands. Well, he had a cholesterol of 1,000. I'm sure there were other signs. Let's read about it, though. You know, the carnivore diet can fix that. You've got cholesterol in your hands, the carnivore diet can fix that. You don't say. So this actually is from today. This article is brand new. This is a brand new article. Get this away from me. Why is this here? By A. Pawlowski. A man who ate very extreme amounts of fat and protein as part of the carnivore diet suddenly developed yellow lumps on the palms of his hands, deposits of excess cholesterol under his skin, his doctor says. Just deposits of excess cholesterol. How is it getting there? How does your body transfer this stuff? The unnamed patient, who was in his 40s, bro didn't want to give his name up. He said, "Don't let my family know about this." I didn't even tell my wife. I just went to the doctor. I knew something was up. I just kept washing and it wasn't going away, so I knew it wasn't the cheeseburgers this time. But it could have been the cheeseburgers over time. So, he was eating up to 6 to 9 pounds of cheese a day. Dude, were you shitting at all? Plus sticks of butter and other fat that he would add to his daily hamburgers. Why are you were you doing super lean patties? You get enough fat and stuff. Like a lot of it just cooks out. I'm like so confused as to how he's adding so much. So this comes from Dr. Kostas Marmikolis. This doctor had this patient and he went, "Dude, I have to take this to the fucking news. You can't act like this is normal. I'm going to take this to the news. You need to let me. He's like, okay, man, just don't put my name in it. It's the only thing I care about. And can I keep eating the burgers if you go to the news? Is that an even trade-off or what? So tests found that the man's total blood cholesterol was more than 1,000. One of the highest results Marmagculis has ever seen. Healthy levels for adults are less than 200, so he had 5 times that. This patient was not aware that his cholesterol was that high. Marmagculis tells T.W.A.T, noting he had a normal cholesterol for many years. Something tells me that he didn't know what his cholesterol was. Dude had to wait till he had it fucking oozing out of his fingertips to go to the doctor. He just told him, he's like, my cholesterol is really high. It's been normal for years. What could have caused this, doc? This patient was not aware that his cholesterol was that high. Well, he became aware. Oh my God. Please. Abruptly, within 1 year, his cholesterol dramatically increased, and at the same time, those lesions appeared. So we have to assume, based on the history of this patient, that those lesions were directly caused by the high cholesterol, which was directly caused by the type of diet that he was eating. For 8 months, just look at it again. Stay away. Please. The patient developed yellow lumps. The bro literally got the cheese touch. We can end the video here. That's all I need to say. This is insane. It feels contagious, but I know it's not. The patient developed yellow lumps in the creases of his palms, deposits of excess cholesterol under his skin. For 8 months, the man had been following the carnivore diet. I don't think the carnivore diet tells you to eat fucking sticks of butter every day. Like, if we're being completely honest. Hey, what's up, Quasar? I don't think this dude's ever had a blood test. I'm genuinely concerned. I think he went to the doctor and the doctor just didn't even need to do a blood test. He looked at his hands and went, dude, there's something up. Okay, but so he did it for 8 months, a high protein, no carb plan that focused on eating only animal products, especially meat, eggs, and some dairy, and excludes fruit. Wait, let me put this back on so I don't get as mad on myself. And some dairy. Some dairy. He was eating sticks of butter every day. So yeah, so he wasn't doing it right at all. He was eating a bunch of cheese and butter every day. It excludes fruits, vegetables, and grains. It means eating lots of saturated fat, which can raise cholesterol. Registered dietitian Kristen Kirkpatrick warns. So eating saturated fat can raise your cholesterol? You don't say. Thanks, Kristen Kirkpatrick. Oh my God, Kristen Kirkpatrick. Sometimes I feel like my tongue is too big for my mouth. The patient said he lost weight, had more energy, and experienced improved mental clarity, according to the case report in JAMA Cardiology. But his primary care doctor noticed the fatty yellow bumps on his hands and referred him to Marmagculis. So he was on the carnivore diet. He was like, I have a bunch of energy. You know, I lost all this weight. I have more mental clarity. I feel like, again, this is all stuff that this guy is saying. But literally, he had to wait until it was fucking oozing out of his fingertips. So I just don't believe him because he's not even willing to come forward. I lost a bunch of weight, bro. Still 250. I can say that on 240. It's fine. Okay. Yeah, I like it. His doctor noticed. He was like, "Bro, we got to do something about this." Warning signs of high cholesterol. Let's hear what the signs can be for us. The yellow deposits under the skin are a red flag for cardiologists to check cholesterol levels. Marmagiolis says, "Oh God, I don't even want to scroll down anymore." I read that weird because I was fucking thinking about this in my head the whole time. We believe that is a way. Oh my God. We believe that is a way of the body to eliminate the additional cholesterol of the bloodstream whenever it cannot produce it, he notes. When the bumps appear on eyelids, the most common location, they're called xanthalamus. Xans. Bro, taking straight Xanax. Damn. Literally some Secret of Ooze shit, you're right. Way they show up. Can I trust this article anymore? Way they show up on other parts of the body, including hands, elbows, and soles of feet. They're called xanthomas. Only about 1% of patients with high cholesterol will develop these lumps, with the genetic predisposition playing a role, Marmagiolis says. Okay, or you could just get your cholesterol up to 1,000 and I bet it'll happen. The yellow deposits themselves are completely painless and harmless. They're simply a visual signal of the possible metabolic disorder. He adds, once they appear, they generally don't go away, but can be removed by a dermatologist. Oh. Damn. Bro's got to go get his hands chiseled. In this patient's case, the bumps indicated an amazing amount of cholesterol in his bloodstream. The cardiologist notes, in general, such extreme levels are an urgent condition that needs immediate medical attention. But this guy was fine. He was losing weight. He was feeling great. It just happened. That's all. This patient had a total blood cholesterol of more than 1,000, about 5 times the healthy level for adults. High cholesterol leads to plaque buildup in the arteries, raising the risk of heart attack and stroke, according to the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute. Doctors advise the patient to immediately switch to a more balanced diet and to take medications to lower cholesterol. Do you think he did it? Or do you think he kind of just said, fuck it, I'll be fine? You're fucking wigging out. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm all fine. Is the carnivore diet healthy? Many people are interested in the carnivore diet and other keto diets because they feel full while losing weight. Marmagiolis said, or oh my God, I just keep reading this wrong because none of it's in quotes, so it's just making me confused. Because they feel full while losing weight, Marmagiolis says. The lack of carbohydrates force the body to burn fat for energy rather than glucose. Other benefits include eliminating sugar, refined grains, and ultra-processed foods, which have been linked to obesity and type 2 diabetes, Kirkpatrick says. The carnivore diet provides nutrients including riboflavin, zinc, vitamin B6, vitamin B12, selenium, and vitamin A, but it falls short of magnesium, calcium, vitamin C, and fiber, studies have found. I've seen people say, you can get all this stuff by eating the organs. You get vitamin C from eating the liver of chicken. Or you could just eat an orange. Eat 10 chicken livers, eat 1 orange. Which sounds easier, which sounds more delicious? I'm going orange all day. But then I eat too many oranges. But at least I won't have cholesterol hands. People can experience nutrient deficiencies because they're cutting out plant-based foods, which are high in fiber, antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals, Kirkpatrick notes. Not eating enough vegetables can lead to poor gut health and constipation, she adds. That guy would argue, he'd be like, I'm fine, I fucking have diarrhea every day, I'm cool. In general, patients who follow such extreme diets are at much higher risks of having abnormal cholesterol levels. Dr. Jeremy London, a Georgia heart surgeon who was not involved in the case report, says the carnivore diet may work for some, but most people will be healthiest when eating a balance of nutrients. Our bodies are made to run on proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. That's what London tells T.W.A.T. I know it's Jeremy London, but it just sounds like London is telling them that. Just call him Jer Bear. Anything in the extreme is rarely good to be. Anything in the extreme is rarely going to be beneficial. In general, if you're focusing on whole foods where you're eating lean meats, leafy greens, vegetables, and fruits and fiber, you're going to do fine. The Mediterranean diet is the healthiest, both doctors say, pointing to studies that show benefits for the heart and beyond. Okay, so if you want to eat healthy, eat Mediterranean. Order out. Or order in. People who are still interested in following the carnivore diet should keep an eye on their cholesterol profile with blood work and consult with a dietitian or a physician who can monitor the effects of eating only animal products. And I was expecting more to be said there, but I guess that's fine. Just, hey, monitor your health, or you'll probably die of cheese touch. God. I'm wondering if this, did he wake up one morning and it was this bad? This had to have been progressive, right? There's no way this just happened one morning. Modern day Marvel. I couldn't do this. I would start picking at my hands immediately. It would be terrible. This is actually our final thing to talk about. This might only be an hour-long stream, for real. Amazing. It probably will only be, but it'll be 59 minutes. I'm calling it right now. But this is the dance festival that was canceled after locals call music a form of torture. The council refused to give permission for an event after locals complained last year about non-stop heavy bass music. Hey bro, what's wrong with the bass, bro? We brought these subs for a fucking reason. We're gonna use them. A Psytrance festival in the UK has been cancelled after locals protested, describing the music as a form of torture. The Goa Cream Festival, I hadn't heard of this, so I actually looked it up. This is what they had from what I found. This is from 2016 though, so this is a bit older. They might have stepped up their game, had a bit more subwoofers to really blow out the walls across the street. But I don't know for sure. I think you get the gist. It's house music. Just some EDM, it's hypnotic. It put me in a trance. Calling it a form of torture, though, is kind of hilarious. All these British people don't want to hear a little bit of music. So the Goa Cream Festival was scheduled to be organized at Yew Tree Farm near Thornbury from September 12th to September 14th for the third year running. But the organizers have now been forced to look for new avenues, according to a report in the BBC. The South Gloucestershire Council refused to give permission for the event after locals complained last year about non-stop heavy bass music. Did they say that, or did they say it was a form of torture? Which is it? It was non-stop heavy bass music. It was almost inhumane and a form of torture. Ah, it was both. Read a complaint to the police filed by one of the residents. Okay, man, you really went to the cops? They really said, hey man, I can't deal with this. It's too much. No. You have to go arrest this EDM producer. They've just been making noise in my neighbor's backyard. Lawrence Fisher, an environmental health officer, told the council meeting that last year's festival resulted in 11 complaints. She added that the environmental health team was only shown poor screenshots of the equipment readings and given numbers scribbled on pieces of paper. What does this even mean? She added that the environmental health team was only shown poor screenshots of the equipment readings and given numbers scribbled on pieces of paper. So they were asking, like, what levels are you playing at? I guess they just... I understand that they needed something better, but, like, why did they accept this at all? They should have been able to shut down the last show, right? Come on, guys, work harder. And also, if... I don't know what you expected them to... If this was, like, after the fact, I don't know what they would have expected them to send. Like, if they came to them later and were like, what levels do you perform your shows at? Like, I don't fucking know. Get out of here. Leave me alone. Update on festival. In an attempt to convince the residents not to cancel the festival, organizer Piers Kayapara said they had contacted a professional sound and acoustic engineer for this year's event. He added that the speakers could be reoriented further away from the homes, and they would also reduce alcohol sales if the application was approved. Mr. Ciapera later took to Goa Cream's official Facebook page to provide an update about the festival. Hi friends, Goa Cream is not cancelled, Mr. Ciapera wrote, adding, for all of you freaks looking forward to being tortured at Yew Tree Farm in September, I'm afraid South Gloucestershire Council have objected to our license application. The long and short of it, Yew Tree Farm is an unsuitable venue for music dance festivals. Just putting it out there, if you know of a suitable venue with like-minded landowners, please let us know. One world, one love, one dance floor. But also, fuck those guys, am I right? Yeah. All you freaks looking forward to be tortured. Like, I get that they're a little mad, but don't be condescending to your own, like, fans, your own, like, audience. Just putting it out there. Okay, I already read this part. As per Mr. Ciapera, the festival raises money for Bristol Suicide Prevention and Sharpness Lifeboat Station and attracts a mature audience with an average age of over 40. 40-year-old ravers. Kind of amazing. And what did I say? 59 minutes. Right on the dot. That is all I have for today. I don't have a whole lot. It was a short stream. I'm gonna try and come with more next time. I'm just trying to be more consistent. Really, that's my whole thing. Even if it isn't great, if the stream was trash today, it was fucking garbage, but I still did it, and that's what matters. It's about consistency. One day you'll be better at it. That's what matters. Fucking hang in there. Hang in there. Well, thank you everybody that I'm just like fumbling over all my words. I need to go to a speech therapist, I think. But thank you everybody that did stop in. I do appreciate it. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will be back on Monday for another H3 waiting room. Then we'll have some more streams throughout the week. You know, it is what it is. Thank you very much. This is Captain Quasar signing off.